Good morning. It's the Call Flow Radio Show, and you're on the air.
It indeed is the Call Flow Radio Show for Tuesday, November 18th, 2025. I'm John Staton, and we ask that you hold off on your phone calls. We have a special guest in the studio this morning, no stranger to anyone that listens on Saturday morning.
Isn't it special? I should never have the two of us in here.
No, never. Chris Brochon is with us this morning. Good morning, Chris. How are you?
I am well this chilly morning, but I don't mind.
Freezing in here.
It's freezing. Yeah, I don't mind it. It's that time.
It is.
Most chilliest time of the year.
Yeah. Chilly would be nice right about now, as a matter of fact.
Ooh, yeah, this is chilly weather.
Yeah, it is. So you're here to talk about the art sale going on.
Yes.
Okay.
So, of course, a lot of people may know in Bedford, in the art building at Longwood, we have an annual art holiday sale. It was just studio arts. So you had mainly ceramics and metalsmithing and things like that. And it has grown. So it really encompasses almost all of the art disciplines now: papermaking, photography, printmaking, and even some of the graphic design kids have gotten involved, and there's some graphic artwork as well.
Okay.
Now. So that is coming up the 5th of December. It's always the first Friday of December.
Right.
10 a.m. till 3 in Bedford. And, of course, we invite the public to come. We've really expanded it this year. In the past, it was you could only take cash and check, of course, just because it's a nonprofit kind of. It's most of the work it's student work. Well, I shouldn't say most. All of the work in the sale is student work.
Okay.
So it's a great way for the students to really start to learn how to get into the industry of art, selling their own works, getting those works out to the public. And the kids do some beautiful stuff. I mean, I have a lot of pottery and artwork in my home. Okay. That I bought.
So it's art like pottery, not just something on a canvas or something like that.
No. There is some. I can't tell you specifically what pieces because the kids haven't obviously checked in their work and stuff yet. But there's usually some painting and drawing work. There is some photography work. There's some paper making. Okay. Think of like handmade paper that they then make into like your little notebooks and stuff like that. Little pocket-sized books or notepads and stuff like that. They've done letter-printed calendars and stuff before, so it's handmade paper that the kids have beaten down the fibers and gone through that whole process and then run it through with old letter type like they used to do with the old newspapers and stuff. It really is labor-intensive work. There's always a lot of ceramics as well. Vases, mugs, plates, bowls. Lord, I've got lots of really beautiful bowls throughout the house.
Are you a vase or a vase kind of guy?
Well, you know what I say? I say that if it costs me more than $100, it's a vase.
Okay. That's upscale then.
That's upscale. That's right. If it came, free or whatever, if it's crystal, it's a vase. If it's glass, it's a vase.
Okay.
Whatever. Vase, vase, tomato, tomato. Let's call this whole thing.
Right.
But and there'll be some photography work this year. The great thing is not only for the students' benefit, but the students benefit twice. So all of the work that's sold, 70% of all of that goes right back to the students who made the work. Okay. So the kids, get to make a little money at the same time. But the 30% then that's divided. Part of that goes to FACES. So, we're doing some community work with that. And another portion of that goes into art student scholarships. Okay. And so what that allows us to do in the program is to send art students away to these, in essence, higher ed summer camp kind of things. There's Penland and Arrowmont, and there's these things. And so those organizations, the students will basically apply, and they'll send some of their work and artist statements, things, and they're chosen. If they're chosen to go, then we can help fund. We usually can pay like 50% of that fee.
Right.
And then they'll come back afterwards and talk to the underclass about this experience and the process and what they made and things like that. So it's really great. It's a nice cyclical
so it benefits the students, even other possible students that want to follow this direction of art.
Yeah, the freshmen get a better idea and understanding and maybe an idea of, oh man, I would love to go and go to Penland one summer and work on this project or whatever. Yeah. So it's really great there. The other big expansion we made this year is we will, for the first time, be able to take cards. It's always been cash and check because, again, it was Kappa Pi, which is the art fraternity, is the ones who actually handle the money during the sale because you can't do with individual student kind of thing.
Right.
And so because of that, they could only do cash and check. So we've figured out a way that we can run now debit and credit cards through there. So that will help a lot of people. I know that's nowadays so many people, they want to use the card.
It's getting tougher to go to places that actually take regular currency these days.
Yeah. Well, I mean, of course, we still do.
Well, good for you.
Your greenbacks are good with us. And checks, of course, are acceptable. I mean, there are people who have come year after year after year to the holiday sale. So we're hoping this year, like I said, to really step it up. We're really promoting it a lot more within the community. When it started, again, it was very small. It was kind of just on campus.
Yeah.
To get the word out there, I'm always on here and we're talking about inviting people to the theater productions and see what these kids are really doing. They do amazing work. And it's the same with these art kids. I mean, they do some beautiful, beautiful work. There are some kids we've got that they'll come in as freshmen and you see some of their early portfolio and go, wow, I can't wait to see what you're putting out 4 years from now if you're this good now.
Exactly.
So it's a big benefit. And again, you're also helping the community. There'll actually be a table, one of the ceramics courses. The university has these courses they call Civite, and basically they are, in some respect, about community-based and giving back.
Right.
This whole core of, what makes you a good citizen kind of thing. So one of them is tied into a ceramics course, and there'll be a whole table. It'll be noted, and everything on that table, 100% of those sales will all go to FACES. So the students who've made work for that table have donated it fully to benefit FACES this year.
Well, good.
Yeah. So, like I said, it works on multiple levels as far as helping. It's great for the students. It's good for the community. And you get some fantastic Christmas gifts.
There you go.
I have bought gifts for people before. Maybe I'm there with a friend who's also a faculty member or something, and I see they're eyeing something, but they don't get it.
Yeah.
I'll get it. And,
there you go.
And then give it as a gift kind of
Good
thing.
idea.
Yeah. So, really hope everybody can come. Like I said, it's Friday.
Yeah, I was going to ask you.
December 5th.
Okay, Friday, December 5th.
Yep, 10 until 3.
10 to 3.
And it's in Bedford Hall. So Bedford Hall is the art building. So for those who don't know, I'll try and give you a location easy as I can. So a lot of people may know where the little duck pond is. They're kind of, it's slightly off of Griffin and Franklin. So Bedford is the building right there across the street from the duck pond. Or if you were to come from like Burger King Way, there's that first light by where they built the new tennis courts and everything. So if you made that left, and then made a left, and then went right, it's a little short street that kind of, if you kept driving, you drive right down on Brock Commons where the old road used to be. And Bedford is right there. There's a fountain on that side of the building, on the common side. So it's pretty easy. There's public parking off of that light on that side. So, we invite people to come out, see the work of the kids. I do recommend, and people who have come to the sale know this, get there at 10 if you can. Because usually 10 to 12 is the heaviest time.
Okay.
A lot of people want to get there because all these are, again, handmade pieces of art, one-off pieces.
Right.
So, if there's that bowl, that's the only one.
Right. First come, first serve, and
Exactly. And
early
even
bird catches the worm.
catches the worm. You got it. So there'll be a lot of stuff like that. Also, the other thing is we always do a raffle.
Okay.
As part of this. Some things are items from local businesses. We usually get like meal certificates from Press Club and Fish and Pig, and then some different items from some other businesses downtown.
Right.
But along with those items in the raffle are works of art by the faculty that you can buy raffle tickets for. And again, then that money, part of those proceeds to Faces and whatnot. But you can pick up artwork, and if you actually look at the work of some of our faculty, this is some valuable stuff.
Right.
Some of these faculty members have exhibits all over the country. Several of them have exhibits out there now. There's a jewelry exhibit from our jewelry professor in Baltimore. There are painting and drawing professor has a show going on in Richmond right now. So, these are works that if, for a couple bucks in raffle tickets, you could be walking home with something worth, $1,000.
Right.
A beautiful piece of art to keep or to give away.
Yeah.
If that's what you want for Christmas. So there'll be stuff from the different faculties: ceramics, photography, metalsmithing, painting, drawing, letterpress or printmaking, if you will. And actually, I have been asked to put one of my pieces of photography work in, so you could even possibly win one of mine. Haven't decided what picture I'm.
Is this the first time for you to enter something in like that?
Yeah. I've never, done this stuff. I always help with them, with the sale and help the Cat Pie kids manning the till, so to speak.
Right.
But yeah, I take classes on the side for the sheer fun of it.
Okay.
I don't need another degree, but it's great to keep your mind active and to learn new things. And I've always loved photography. Fell out of it because I was busy with the station and engineering and all these other things, but I've really gotten back into it. And some of my stuff is pretty darn good, if I say so myself.
All right.
So, it's a great event. There's a lot of things available for folks, and we hope they'll come out, support the students, help raise some money for Faces, and to send these art kids off to these wonderful places where they'll really learn to make their work even better.
Well, we wish you and the students all the best.
Well, we thank you, kind sir, and as always, good to see you.
Good to see you, and we'll hear you on Saturday.
Saturday, yeah.
Did you want to do a
this is
free...
This is the Saturday before Thanksgiving.
Yes, it is.
It seems like Thanksgiving should be this week, right?
it's close enough.
We got that extra week the way the month fell, so it's just so weird. I've been off. I felt off the whole time. But, so there's not a lot of Thanksgiving standards.
Not really.
Not really. But there are 3 definitive ones. And there's some people who may argue because they say, no, that's not but it is a Thanksgiving song. So all 3 of the big blocks for each hour this Saturday will kick off with a Thanksgiving song.
Okay.
And I'll give a little more
We'll be
background
looking forward to hearing
when we
that.
do that and stuff. Well, always love to, love hearing from the people who listen to the show and enjoy the show. And I got to say, I think personally, I'm after I'm off, I think it's a perfect transition then to kind of move into that more modern, contemporary, but still classic in a sense pop that you were doing, and now with the classic 80s Kasem shows.
Yes.
I think it makes for a great Saturday lineup.
Yeah, I think so. Well, thank you. I think so, too.
Yeah, I think, personally, I think Saturday is the best day on the flow. That's a personal thing. Don't write in, folks. We can't read anyway.
No, that's why we got into this business. I'm still trying to figure out what I have in front of me. It's okay. Well, thank you for coming in, Chris. And
My pleasure.
Like I said,
Thank you again
wish
for
all the
helping
best to the
promote it.
students for this art sale.
December 5th, 10 to 3. Come get some beautiful artwork.
Bedford
Hall, yes. We look forward to seeing you all.
All right.
Thanks, John. See you all
Thank you,
later.
Chris. Take care. All right, we'll wait for the peanut gallery to come on in, and let's see. Paul Barlow, how are you, sir?
Test. 1, 2, 3, test.
Check one. Sibilance. Check 2. Sibilance.
It comes in handy.
It does. How are you, sir?
Okay, all righty. I'm having a fine morning. How about you, John?
I'm just here. I'm just existing. I haven't really had a chance to rear back and go,
John is always here, folks. It doesn't matter how early that I come into the station. John's always here.
Some people think I live here.
Yeah, that's the rumor.
Yes, it is. It's going around. He lives there? All right, so the phone lines are open if you'd like to give us a call. The number 434-394-0924. And we want to thank Chris Brochon again for coming in to promote the Studio Arts Holiday Sale. And that, again, Friday, December 5th, 10 to 3, Longwood, Bedford Hall. And a portion of sale to benefit Faces and Student Scholarships, cash, check, and card now accepted. Again, Studio Arts Holiday Sale, Friday, December 5th, 10 to 3, Longwood, Bedford Hall. And like we said, you can listen to Chris Brochon on our Saturday morning show. You listen to the standard show, right?
Yes, I do.
Songbook is what he calls it now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He opens it up with Frank Sinatra every show.
There
I
you go.
just love that.
All right, chairman of the board. All right, let's see who we have on the line here this morning. Good morning. You're on the Call Flow Radio Show.
All right. Along with you.
Hey, Henry, how are you?
All right. I'm better than nothing.
Well, good.
Yeah. You guys doing all right?
Yes, sir. We're doing okay.
We are peachy, sir. Peachy.
I was looking at an old thing. It said NASCAR had a race in the Arctic, and Jeff Gordon won the North Pole. He was driving an icicle.
I need to bring that up some more.
There
we go.
Yeah.
What did Santa have to say about that?
What does who say about that?
Santa
Claus.
Oh. I see there's in sports. Also, there was a long-distance runner who lost his final stretch when they hung him.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. His shoe fell off with no strings attached.
Mm-hmm.
In fact,
No comment.
he used to string his shoes, but he couldn't tell the sole. Yeah, there was a guy that refused to pay for his new suit, so now he's in court in a suitcase. And the weather was so bad, he had to put snow tires on his wheelchair. That was bad, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Oh, you're welcome. That was Paul.
Hey, Henry.
Yeah.
Why did the golfer bring 2 pairs of socks to the golf course?
Well, in case he had a hole in one.
Oh, the man knows his jokes.
Yes, he does.
All right. You know, I used to play piano by ear, but now I use my hands.
Good, yeah. I remember that. In fact, you used to get the headache a lot.
The drummer's getting tired here.
Oh, me. In 1988, and now that's been what, 37 anyway, but 37 years ago.
That hurts. I remember 1988. But yeah, go ahead.
What'd you call me, a goat head?
I said go ahead, but yeah. You are the goat, Henry.
Okay.
You're the best at telling the one-liners.
Back in 1988, as a matter of fact, I was born in 1937, so it's been 37 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know, back in 1988, I was in the bathroom shaving, and I asked God if I was correctly understanding a promise He had shown me, and the lights blinked off and back on. And I said, Lord, did that actually happen? Or did I just imagine this? And a small voice said to me, check the microwave. So I went down the hall, through the den, through the dining area, into the kitchen. I looked up at the microwave, and there running over and over and over were the words, good thing to come, good thing to come, good thing to come. It kept running across the screen of the microwave.
Oh, okay.
And I called that the microwave had been a gift that
Right.
some of my in-laws had given us.
Mm-hmm.
And so I called them. I called Bill Polson. They had picked it up. They had bought it at Polson's.
Right.
So I called Bill Polson and told him the story. And I said, and he says, well, that writing was not in the microwave. It was not, you know, it didn't come with that in it.
Right.
So that was a miracle.
Mm-hmm.
So God is a God of miracles.
He is that.
Yes, He is. And you know that personally. So,
Yes, sir, I do.
So thank you all, and Lord willing, I hope to speak to you all tomorrow. I'm at my daughter's house now, out of rehab, and I pray that I'm doing well.
So,
and I thank everybody who's been lifting me in prayer, because I feel your prayers. See, there was a few days ago that I would not have been able to talk to you this way because I would have been out of breath.
Well,
I'd have been fighting for breath.
we're happy that you can now breathe and talk to us, and we're glad you're back at home.
Thank you. God bless you.
Bless you, Henry.
all right, Henry.
Thanks for calling in.
Thank you.
All right. Bye. All right, Henry Fulcher checking in with us this morning.
I'm sure the food is much better where he's at now.
More than likely, I would definitely. I'm not speaking bad of any place, but yeah. Yeah, I totally agree. I've had hospital-type food before.
Yes.
And I longed for not having it anymore.
Right. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So been there, done that. One time I remember I was given green beans or something like that, and there was just no taste.
No
to them.
taste, right.
And so I think my sister and a friend of mine helped me out, because the nurse was like, I want you to eat all of this, and I wasn't having any of it.
Yeah.
And so they ate it for me. And the nurse, when she came back, she knew. She goes, he did not.
Oh, man.
She knew better.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. You know, we made shake and bake chicken the other night.
Oh, wow.
And
They still make shake and bake?
Yeah, but they used to include the bag.
Yes, they don't do that anymore?
No, they're a bunch of cheapskates.
They're skimping on it.
Yeah, right.
Taking the
Shrinkflation, and it's like, oh, come on, man. you gotta furnish your own Ziploc bag now.
Well, that takes away from the shake and bake part of it.
Yes, exactly.
Well, I didn't even know they made shake and bake still, but now I know that they do not include
The bag.
The bag. That's
Nope.
don't know if we have a caller or not. I keep seeing a light.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
I think it's a reflection.
Yeah, it might be. Well, we're at the bottom of the hour anyway, so we have to do our due diligence here, and we'll do the weather first, and that is brought to you by Harold W. Collins and Grading, located 2113 Cumberland Road, Farmville.
Harold W. Collins Clearing and Grading has been helping to build Southside and Central Virginia since 1960, providing all excavation, general contracting, and hauling needs. 5 miles north of Farmville, 2113 Cumberland Road, at the intersection of 45 and Range Tavern Road. Call 392-6010 or stop by Harold W. Collins Clearing and Grading.
We had an elf come by just a second ago. What was that all about?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's got his coffee and off he goes.
Something about his car.
Oh, okay. His vehicle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he's having transmission issues with his Subaru.
Ah, Subaru.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so he said that he barely limped into the station today.
Oh, that's not good.
Poor guy. Yeah.
He may want to see the Amish and get himself a buggy or something and he'll get here.
But then you got to feed a horse.
That's true. All right. For today, increasing clouds, a high near 59 with a calm wind becoming south around 6 miles per hour this afternoon. Tonight, it's a 60% chance of rain with a low around 40, light and variable wind, and amounts less than 1/10 of an inch possible. Wednesday, mostly sunny, high near 64 with a light and variable wind. Wednesday night, mostly cloudy with a low around 42 and a light northeast wind. And then Thursday, partly sunny with a high near 62 and a calm wind. Thursday night, 20% chance of rain with a low around 49. Here in Farmville now, humidity is 85%, winds calm, barometer 30.24, fair skies here in Farmville 36. The weather brought to you by Harold W. Collins and Grading. Call 434-392-6010. And the birthday calendar brought to you by Creative Electrical Contractors located at 1907 East 3rd Street in Farmville.
Creative Electrical Contractors specializes in commercial and industrial projects and offers quality work at competitive prices. CEC is a licensed Class A contractor in Virginia and North Carolina. Creative Electrical Contractors has been in business for 25 years, still committed to the values that were established when the company opened in 1998. Integrity, quality workmanship, and timely delivery. CEC, located at 1907 East 3rd Street, Farmville. You can contact CEC at 434-392-3802 or at creative-electrical.com.
And with those birthdays, possible anniversaries for today, Tuesday, November 18th, 2025, I present to you Paul Barlow.
Thank you, John. Thank you very much. Today, November 18th, we have 2 birthdays. First up is Shale Taylor and Michael Nevels. So happy birthday to both of you today. Eat some cake, as Noah would say, and celebrate.
There you go.
And you can get those birthdays to us on our website, WFLO.net, or you can call at 434-394-0924, or hold up a sign out on the street, and we will definitely see you. Back to you, John.
All right, thanks, Paul. The birthday calendar brought to you by Creative Electrical Contractors. If it is not right, we will make it right. Call 434-392-2802. As far as birthdays of the celebrity ilk, comedian Kevin Nealon turned 72 today. I remember when he was the Weekend Update guy on SNL, and I dare say not one of my personal favorites at that era.
Yeah. He's in the comedy circuit now.
Yes.
He's performing shows.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he had his moments, but overall it was tough to compete with people like Dana Carvey, who he was on with at the time.
Yeah.
Mike Myers, Dennis Miller. I preferred Dennis Miller doing the
Weekend Update.
Yeah,
totally.
But Kevin Nealon, nonetheless, having a birthday today, 72. He has his moments. He was in a a few of those Adam Sandler films. The what was the one? The golf one.
Happy Gilmore.
He was in the original one.
No, I loved Bob Barker's cameo in that.
Yes. Yes.
That was hilarious.
Actor Oscar Nunez, I believe, turns 67. I'm not familiar with him. I do know this one, though. Actor Owen Wilson turns 57 today.
Okay, Wedding Crashers.
Yes.
That's odd because we were talking about that yesterday.
Yes, we were.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Probably one of my favorites that has him in it because I was never a huge Owen Wilson fan.
Right.
Fun fact, one of the first films he ever appeared in was The Cable Guy. I didn't know that. That was Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Who I wasn't a big fan of back in the day. I think because he was so popular and everybody else seemed to love him, I tend to be one of those types, well, if the crowd's going one way, I'm going to go the opposite direction.
Right, yeah.
And, I mean, the funniest movie I think that I actually didn't mind watching was that Liar, Liar.
Liar,
film.
Liar. I was just going to say that. That
Okay.
was hilarious.
Yeah, I did like that
The
one.
scene with the pen.
Yeah.
The pen is blue.
Wow. As they get younger, I don't know
yeah,
these people.
I know. I was actually looking over the list this morning
okay.
at 0 Dark 30, and it's like Slim Pickens.
Well, I know who Linda Evans is, Dynasty, but before that, she was in, do you remember? Western.
Linda Evans was
Yes.
in a Western?
Yes.
Which one?
Big Valley.
No way.
That was her.
I did not know that.
Yep.
Wow.
'Cause she doesn't,
Well, she's 82 today, so
or 83, depending on.
83? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
This one says 83.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I didn't know that either. But my dad told me. So I remember in the '80s when Dynasty would come on, and he told me, she was on Big Valley. I was like, oh,
Okay.
'cause that's the one with Lee Majors, and yeah,
Right, yeah.
So yeah, she was the daughter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep.
Son of a gun.
Let's see who else here that I actually know.
Well, if you can believe this, in 1820,
Yeah.
Antarctica was first sighted by a U.S. Navy captain.
Aha.
But old 1500s maps show it. And it's like, so they're trying to tell us that Antarctica wasn't discovered until 1820. But these ancient maps from the 14 and 1500s show it. And they show it with rivers and valleys pre-ice.
Well, it's all relative. I mean, people can say that about Christopher Columbus. Did he discover it, or was it already discovered with the people that were first there?
Oh, right,
Yeah,
exactly.
that type of thing.
It's like DeSoto discovering the Mississippi.
Yeah.
But
there's even talk of the Vikings actually.
Oh,
discovered
yeah,
North-
Newfoundland.
Yeah.
yeah,
all that.
yeah.
You can get into wonderful debates about this stuff.
Well, they've done a lot of archaeological digs up there, and they have found Viking artifacts and coins and places where they built their houses and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So they were definitely here. But then there's the rumor that the Chinese actually showed up in the Bay of San Francisco well before that. Because the Chinese on their ships for anchors, they had these ballast stones that looked like they would carve these stones to look just like donuts, and they would use them in the hull of the ship for balance and ballast and weight. And then when they anchored, they would haul them up and tie a rope through them and suspend them down into the water and use them as anchors. And they found a whole bunch of these donut-shaped rocks
Okay.
in San Francisco Bay. And they know that the Chinese back in the 13 and 1400s used to use those. So that's a mystery as well.
Okay.
This country is a lot older than people think. Yeah.
Singer Kim Wilde is 65 today. I remember her and all of that one song I think she had. Guitarist Kirk Hammett of Metallica is 63 today. And there was a couple of other names I saw in here that were actually recognizable. Broadway composer Duncan Sheik Now, I wonder if that's the same Duncan Sheik that had a pop song back in the day, 56, back in the 90s, I want to say.
Oh, okay.
The name is somewhat, because it's an odd name, it sort of stuck with me.
Uh-huh.
Probably because that's when I was first getting into doing actual radio.
Okay, so he's like a one-hit wonder
Yeah,
kind of deal?
I
Okay.
dare say that.
Okay.
Mike Epps, actor Mike Epps, 55. Let's see.
Ben-Hur premiered today in 1959.
I have never actually watched that film.
What? All 3 hours of it? Come on.
Yeah. Oh, is it that long?
Yeah.
That was back when they would have those
has an
intermissions.
intermission,
Yeah.
right? Entree act.
A lot of movies did back in the day. That was like a big thing.
Right. I think Once Upon a Time in the West has one.
It may very well had.
But you see though, but that was when, they would have the intermission and people would go to the lobby.
Yeah.
And get a snack or have a cigarette or get a martini or whatever, back in the day.
Understood.
Yeah, man, back in the 50s.
Let's go out to the lobby.
Yes, I remember that. The dancing French fries and the hot dog. And find ourselves a snack.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I didn't realize this, but in 1963, Bell Telephone introduces the touch-tone phone. In 1963.
63.
Yeah, I thought it was from like the 50s.
Okay.
But I guess not, because before that, folks, if you're young, there were the rotary dials.
Oh, wow. They were still using that at the old Flow, the original Flow, when I was working there in the 90s.
Right.
Only on one particular phone, and it was the phone for anybody that was either you called in to get someone to put on the air on a broadcast, whether it was a sports event or something like that, or you picked it up. But usually I had to call, and it was a rotary phone.
Right.
Which I remember as a kid having.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
We had them for, I don't think we had the what you're talking about until we got to living in Richmond, which would have been like 81, 82, somewhere in there. But all the phones at my grandmother's house.
Oh, yeah. Now, do you remember the little locks they used to put on those so you could not make an outside call?
I don't.
They were little round locks
Okay.
that you could attach.
I've seen them, but I.
Yeah, right. Okay, so my best friend Kenny, he lived across the street from us, and his father had an office with the old school rotary phone, and he had a lock on it, and we were into making prank calls, tee-hee-hee, and Kenny said, well, my dad found out that we're using his phone, so we put a lock on it. And me, being Mr. Technical Wizard, I said, no problem. Pick up the headset and tap the hang-up button 10 times, and you'll get the operator. And then once the operator came on, we would say, yes, we're trying to make a call, but there's something wrong with the phone. Could you please dial it for us? And the operator would dial it for us, and we could still make our phony phone calls. You just tap the button 10 times real quick, and then the operator would come on.
Wow.
So there are ways around the locks.
Yeah. Well, I remember those old school phones, and then we'd go fast forward to living in Richmond, and it was a red phone on a wall. And I remember thinking, wow, that's so different than what I'm used to.
Right. With the really long cord. Yeah. My sister used to stretch the cord down the hallway and go into a closet and talk to her friends.
Big deal. Then. Big deal. Oh, let's see. 2009, American Democratic politician Robert C. Byrd became the longest surviving member of Congress. I don't. Should we really celebrate things like that? I'm thinking term limits.
Yeah, I know.
But anyway, I remember I used to watch a certain program, and they would play clips of Mr. Robert Byrd, and he would say wonderful things like, "My wife don't make me laugh, but my boy Billy," meaning his dog. He had a picture of his dog on his desk. He make me laugh, and I always thought that was odd.
And he was a senator.
He was a senator. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well, anyway, he passed away on this day back in 2009.
Well, about I think it was 10, 12 years ago. I think it was the Washington Post Sunday edition. They did a write-up on the pharmacy on Capitol Hill that Congress used.
Okay.
And the pharmacist let the cat out of the bag. He said, "You wouldn't believe how many dementia drugs I prescribe,
Yeah.
and they are sent over to the Capitol."
Yeah.
And then after that, I think nobody used his
My
pharmacy
rule of thumb: if you
anymore.
won't let them borrow your car, then maybe we should let.
That's good.
Yeah. That's just my thought.
Or like watch your dog.
Just my 2 cents. 1928, Walt Disney released Steamboat Willie, the first animated film with sound to feature Mickey Mouse, and the huge success of the cartoon helped make Mickey an iconic character and led to the Disney company's dominance in the animated market,
All right, now also in
which is now public domain, I believe.
Oh, really?
I believe so.
Oh, okay. Because it's been so long.
Been so long.
Oh, wow.
So what were you going to say?
Well, one of my favorite movies premiered on this day in 1983,
Mm-hmm.
A Christmas Story.
Okay, that's Ralphie.
Yeah.
You'll shoot your eye out.
Yes.
Yes, which I want. It was
I actually-
TBS or one of those TNT. One of them shows it like all day long on Christmas or
Right.
something like that.
Yeah. I actually had a BB ricochet and hit me in the eye one time.
Ooh, really?
Yep. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. Doing something I wasn't supposed to be doing, and
Shooting at a hard surface.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Back in the day, they had these Frankenstein glow-in-the-dark models that you could snap together.
Yeah, I used to see ads for that in old comic books.
Yes,
Okay.
right. And so my buddy Cliffy had a bunch of these, and we would take them out to the woods and shoot them with BB guns or blow them up with firecrackers. You know, this was the 70s, folks. And a big chunk of the plastic was on the ground, and I stood over it and shot it with my gun, and the BB jumped right into my eye. And then I'm walking home with my BB gun, and I'm trying to figure out what I can tell my parents.
Right.
And so I told them that I was following Cliffy through the woods, and he snapped a branch back.
Yeah.
And it hit me in the eye, and I had to wear an eye patch to school for like a week and a half.
Wow.
It was very awkward.
And did it hit you directly in the eye?
Directly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Man, you're lucky you still have an eye.
Yeah. And then it really didn't bother me until I caught Rocky Mountain Spotted Fever about, 20 years ago. And that part of my eye, that scar swelled up.
Ooh.
And it gave me weird vision.
The joys of childhood. Coming
Yes,
back to haunt
right,
you.
exactly. And I was at the eye doctor, and they're like, "What happened to your eye?" And it's like, and I had almost forgotten about it. And it's like, oh, that's where the BB hit my eyeball. Yeah.
Well, not on a very, more of a somber note. On this day, Jonestown Massacre occurred.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I've watched a few documentaries on that.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid. That's where that phrase came from.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, literally don't drink.
Yeah, and congressmen went down there.
Yep.
And some of them got murdered
Yes,
by
they
the
did.
guards right there on the runway.
Now, he'd been leading this People Temple community. It formed it like back in the 1950s.
Yeah, right.
And, yeah.
And then they bought land in, what is it, Guyana?
Yep, that's exactly where it was
Yeah,
at.
right.
Yep.
Mhm.
And 900 of his followers died.
Yeah.
Back in
The
1978.
power of suggestion.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
then I think around the same time, well, I mean later, but around November, the I think it was the Heaven's Gate comet, or
Yes, I remember something about that.
yeah, right, exactly.
I don't remember
And
what it was called.
and
but
they basically did the same
did
thing.
the same, yeah, I don't think it was nearly the same scale. But yeah.
no, but some comet was coming through, and
Yep.
they thought it was a spaceship or something.
Something like that. Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah.
Because that was that in the 90s, I think?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then you got, David Koresh. So, I mean, this thing still comes back around every so often, this type of thing,
Yeah.
where people, sadly, will, allow these people to run their lives. And
Right.
But anyway, all right, so we can move on, I guess, unless you found any other dates in history that spark your interest.
Well, back in 1940, I read about this guy, George Metesky, and apparently he was really famous. He was called the Mad Bomber of New York City.
Okay.
And he worked for Con Edison back in the 30s, and a boiler explosion disabled him, and Con Ed stopped paying his disability. And for 16 years, he was planting pipe bombs around New York City. It took 16 years for them to catch him. And I had no idea about this. And it was the first criminal profiling case in history.
Okay.
Yeah. They kind of predicted that he was from a country that was prone to bomb places, and they were pretty dead on. But he would plant them in like the seats in Radio City Music Hall with pocket watch timers and stuff. Yeah. I'd never heard of this guy, but apparently he was like world famous back in the 40s. And they finally caught him in 1957, and they sent him to an insane asylum.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, and have you heard of this rice experiment that people are doing online now? Okay, what you do is you take 3 jars and fill them with rice, and then 1 jar you just ignore. The second jar, it's like talking to your potted plants. You like praise the rice. Oh, you're such beautiful rice. And then the third jar, you just berate it with insults. And after about 3 months, the rice that's berated by insults turns moldy and black, and the one that's praised is pristine. So it's this experiment that this Japanese guy has been doing just shows the power of suggestion, and that reminds me of like when people talk to their plants. I guess
Yeah.
So there might be something to that.
Okay.
But I came across that yesterday, and I thought that was interesting.
Be nice to the rice.
Yes, right. Yeah.
I see something here about a new coin that honors Freddie Mercury and his 4-octave range. So Britain's Royal Mint is celebrating Freddie Mercury with a new coin design that marks 40 years since his iconic Live Aid concert performance. Matter of fact, that's the image on the coin, is him in that performance.
Okay.
And interesting. I figured it was a British type thing. Let's see. The coin features an image of the Queen frontman, head thrown back and holding the microphone stand mid-performance. And let's see. The first coin was struck by Mercury's sister, I'm not going to even say it, at the Royal Mint in Wales last week. And so, let's see. Is there anything here to report of... So it also, the 40th anniversary, it marks the 40th anniversary of Mercury's solo studio album, Mr. Bad Guy. Mercury died at the age of 45 back in 1991, just one day after he had announced he was HIV positive.
Oh, wow. Okay. I thought he was younger than that.
No, 45.
Well, in 1902, a Brooklyn toy maker names the first teddy bear Teddy after Teddy Roosevelt.
And then there was Teddy Ruxpin.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? My mom taught kindergarten for 40 years.
Yeah.
And she bought one of those. And they were ahead of its time.
Yeah, it had a cassette in the back or
yes,
something like that, right?
Yeah, and it was animatronic.
Yep.
And she would take that in and show it to her class every year. It would actually read stories, I think.
Yeah.
It would,
whatever the cassette
It would read books. Yeah.
Never had one, but I do remember the commercials for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing was ahead of its time. And I didn't know, but before 1883, there were 100 time zones in the U.S. and Canada.
Wow.
And then in 1883, the U.S. and the Canadian railroads got together, and they created the 4 time zones: Eastern, Central, Mountain, and Pacific.
They need to get together again and get rid of daylight savings.
Yes, yeah.
But that's just me.
And then in 1889, Oahu, Hawaii, started its railroad. And that kind of reminded me of when my dad was in Vietnam back in 1967. We were stationed over in Oahu, Hawaii, and living on base housing. And it was right after my birthday, and I watched my mom light the birthday candles with matches. I was 3.
Mm-hmm.
So I stole the matches, went outside, and conducted a little experiment with these leaves, and it got out of hand.
Uh-oh.
And I covered it up with more leaves and ran away.
Yeah.
Behind base housing was a huge sugarcane field. And I caught the sugarcane field on fire.
Wow.
And I tried to sneak in through the back door, and my mom saw me. She goes, "Come here, let me smell your hands." My mom knew that I was guilty, and she smelled the sulfur.
Yeah.
And she immediately put me in the tub to wash all the evidence away.
Wash the evidence.
And what's so funny about this is about a year ago, we were having a friend stay over at our house. She was visiting. And I told this tale of me catching the sugarcane field on fire. And she goes, "That was you?" She was visiting her brother in the Marine Corps on Oahu in that base housing unit back in '67.
Small world.
She goes, "I remember that fire. You did that?" And it's like, oh, I'm busted after all these years.
The gift that keeps on giving. Ariana Grande and Cher team up for SNL in December. Well, I know what I won't be watching. And Josh O'Connor gets a hosting turn, too. They make it so easy for me to just tune out.
Yeah. I don't even know how to tune into these things anymore.
Well,
You know,
that's
with
the
these
other
smart
problem.
TVs, you got to pay for everything.
Yeah, they make it way more difficult than what it really should be.
I mean, apps are for phones, but now apps are on televisions. I don't know. It's getting out of control.
That it is. Mm-hmm. Was there anything else I'm kind of running out of stuff.
Let me see. Back in 1755, Massachusetts Bay had a huge earthquake that I never heard about.
Australian prisoner sues for his human right to eat Vegemite. A Vegemite sandwich. And I say,
I wonder if
come
you
from
can-
the land down under.
I wonder if you can buy that. You can probably buy that online. I've never had that.
A prisoner is challenging an Australian state's ban on inmates eating Vegemite, claiming in a court suit that withholding the polarizing yeast-based spread breaches his human right to enjoy his culture as an Australian. This guy's 54, serving a life sentence for murder, took his battle for the salty, sticky, brown byproduct of brewing beer to the Supreme Court.
Oh, is that what it is? It's
Well,
like
that's-
the dregs of the brewery,
Maybe. I
and
don't
they
know.
jar it up and sell it.
Maybe. With a name like Vegemite,
I
it
wonder
has
what-
to be good.
I wonder what it tastes like.
Most Australians revere Vegemite as an unfairly maligned culinary icon, and more than 80% of Australian households are estimated to have a jar in their pantries, but inmates in all 12 prisons in Victoria are going without.
Wow.
There's your punishment.
All right. Well,
No Vegemite sandwich for you.
you know what? They're all descendants of prisoners anyway. So
That's true.
Let them eat leftover brewer's yeast
Let
from
them not have
the
Vegemite.
bottom of barrels.
All right, well, we'll bow out, and Paul, you are on next.
Yes, sir.
All right, looking forward to it.
Okay.
No, I'm trying to finish it.
WFLO AM in Farmville.